we go. Day 30 freaking 2. And first thing everybody's going to notice, haha, gotcha, same shirt. It's not. It's the second New Orleans shirt I have. I got 2 New Orleans go-to t-shirts. Doesn't everybody? I was afraid to wear this one because I thought it was a little too strong. But you know what? At day 32, I'm going to wear whatever the hell I have to at this point. But anyway, it's important because it's Whiskey Wednesday. And I apologize. I know I get the days messed up last night. I was saying Monday. It was actually Tuesday. Who knows anymore? You should be thanking me for giving you at least a counter and somewhat of a guideline. We all know it's Wednesday, and it's Whiskey Wednesday. And it's Sazerac time. I've been holding off on this one because it's powerful. And there's a lot of history. It's an important drink. Let's just go in and we'll talk about it. And I can't even pronounce what I called it. The Quarantinazerac or something. But we're going to make it. So let's go do it. Blue Monkey, Quarantina. Here we go. Cat included. Ah! So here we are. Sazerac time. Now, I will tell you, this is, there's a lot of stories about the Sazerac. I will tell you, this is absolutely New Orleans. This is their drink. And it's fitting, because last night I kind of gave a bit of a nod to New Orleans with the Pimm's Cup. But tonight, this is all New Orleans. So, go back, 1840. Are you ready for this? I know, we're going way back. All right, 1840, and Antoine, oh my gosh, here it is, Peychaud. Antoine Peychaud, he's from Haiti, and then he comes to New Orleans. So he's got this French Creole history life going on. And he opens up Peychaud's Pharmacie. All right? So we're not talking about a bartender, right? I mean, we're not talking about Ernest Hemingway. We're talking about an apothecary, right? It's a pharmacist back in the day. And he creates this, not a drink, but it's a remedy. This is like a for God's sakes, it's medicine, people. We're saving lives. Here's his saving life. He makes his own bitter, Peychaud's bitters, and he serves it to people, and he mixes it, get ready for it, with Sazerac de Forges cognac. Again, not alcohol. This is a calming remedy, right? Yeah. Namaste, all that stuff. Well, I don't know if they did that. But anyway, so he's serving it. Now, little side note. A lot of people want to give credit to Peychaud as the very first cocktail ever. Why? Because of that. You see, when he served his little concoction, his medicine, he would serve it in an egg cup, which is what this is, and hopefully everybody has an egg cup. But in French, remember, French, Creole, all that, you know what this is called? Cocktail. Cocktail, get it? So everybody said, oh my gosh, that was where cocktail came from. Wrong. The problem is that in about 1806, there was a recipe published for a cocktail, happened to be a Manhattan, by the way, not called a Manhattan yet, and they already did it. So at that point, Antoine Peychaud would have been about 3 years old, so they got him beat. But I'll give him this. He created the first branded cocktail in America because he chose to use Sazerac cognac. It became known as the Sazerac, and that's where it got its name. So it's the first branded cocktail we ever have. All right, fast forward, because the one thing you're all going to know and realize that anybody that's ever... I forgot to do something, folks. Hold on. Ice up his glasses. All right, we're still good. Don't worry. So anyway, he made this drink, and but people want it. He knows it's a hit. So what's he do? Well, he becomes friends with a guy across the street named Sewell Taylor. Sewell Taylor owns a coffee house. It ain't really a coffee house, but he owns a coffee house. And they start talking, and Sewell decides he's going to start making this drink, an actual drink, and serving it to people. He quickly changes the name of his coffee house to the Sazerac Coffee House. Thank you very much. Marketing, boom, here we go. Now, everything we're talking about is still cognac, but if you've ever had a Sazerac, you will know that traditionally it's made with Sazerac rye whiskey. Now, why in the world, when did that happen? By the way, Sazerac rye whiskey is made in Kentucky. And we're going to go tonight with a new riff, Kentucky rye, which is made literally right across the river here. Beautiful, delicious. Why did it change? Well, here's something that happened a lot of people don't know about. 1890. I know. Just stay with me, folks. I'm making a drink in a second. It's a lickety-split drink. 1890, grapes in France. Well, there's this horrible plague, and it wipes out basically every freaking grape in the world. No more cognac brandy. It's gone. Well, at that point, U.S., basically everybody just starts drinking whiskey, hence the rye whiskey. And then in that same time frame, the drink kind of emerges. It blossoms. And they start adding absinthe. Hello, Mr. Absinthe. Who knew how many great drinks had absinthe in it? And absinthe becomes. So at that point, the Sazerac becomes a cocktail made of absinthe, rye whiskey. We have our Peychaud bitters. But don't forget, we're still going to be using our Angostura bitters as well. So let's make this darn drink. You ready? First thing, sugar cubes. You need 2, and Shelby's having 1. I'm going to make it a little bit sweeter. It's 1 per drink, sugar cubes. Now, Paul, you told me you can't get sugar cubes. Well, by God, I found them. And thankfully, because you can use a simple syrup, but the problem is this. With a simple syrup, it's sugar diluted with water. The whole goal of this drink, you don't want to dilute it more than you have to. So, you're going to start with that. Then you're going to come in with your bitters, right? We're starting with our Peychaud. Now, by the way, this is cherry and anise, a bunch of other stuff, but that's the main mix. And you're going to go, you want to get them wet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You need a few. Well, you need about 4 to 5, and then I'm making 2.
Sorry, I couldn't hear what you said.
God bless you. You never understand me. You don't listen. Then, your Angostura bitters, you just need a couple. We'll do 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh, all right. Now, when those bitters are on those sugar cubes, that's when you're going to come in, and you want to really get that all mixed in together. Break down that sugar, all right? And what's happened, now you have a nice sweet base, but you haven't diluted it with a lot of water. That's important. All right, so now that you have that, you come back in with your rye whiskey. Now, Sazerac is still made. You can get Sazerac rye whiskey made in Kentucky. Another little interesting part. So, we already talked about it. 1840, that's when this quote-unquote egg cup drink gets started. 1890, get rid of the cognac, right? Our Sazerac de Fortige Fille, sorry, it's a tough one. De Forage Fille is gone. Can't get it anymore. We're moving on to rye. In 1933, they actually started bottling the Sazerac, so you can just go buy it. Fast forward in 2000, I know, this is recent, they actually start making Sazerac rye whiskey, which is the preferred whiskey, but and again, right here in Kentucky. So come back, add your rye. It's about 2.5 per drink. 1, 2, Shelby and I. So it's 2.5. So we'll just make it a solid. All right, that's your drink. Now, last thing you need to do is you need to add ice to it now. So we're going to add a little ice. And then this is a stir. No citrus, so you don't need to shake it. but you want to stir it, get the sugar throughout. All right. Now that's chilling. Get rid of this ice. Get rid of that ice. Absinthe, very important. For a while, they started making this with absinthe. Then absinthe got pushed out of the U.S. They couldn't make it with absinthe at all. Now it's back. You want to put a little absinthe in each glass. You may remember we did this before. You want an absinthe wash. So you want to try to all the way on, all the way up the rim. And the idea is that we get a flavor for it. Plus, when you take that drink, you're going to smell it.
You can keep mine in.
Well, it doesn't work that way. You can drink it out of the glass. So get a good wash, enough absinthe so it mixes nice. Woo, it's mine. All right, get rid of that. Now, I'm going to do one thing here, and I admit it's a bit of a butcher, but I saw it once and it was delicious. Typically, this is served neat, meaning you would strain it, you put it on these glasses, you'd be done. I've seen this, it was delicious. They put it on one cube, and it was actually a lemon cube. Because this has a lemon base to it, we're going to get to that in a second. So what I've done, because we got to quarantine this Sazerac up, I've made something special tonight. I have made Quarantine, now get a look at this. That is a lemon cube already pre-mixed with Emergency right inside. Thank you, Emergency. Who knew you were great in cube form too? So we've got these great cubes. Now we're going to pour right over top. Now, how great is this drink in New Orleans? I've gotten you. I'll try to keep them even. One of the things is you definitely want a cold drink. And that little bit of lemon on that cube is wonderful. Last thing you're going to do is a nice lemon. Come right in. Give it a little squeeze. Put that in there. Sorry, that one's, I need one with the picture. Boom, there you go, folks. That is your Sazerac. Last thing I'll tell you about this drink. How great is it? This, in 2008, was named, and by declaration of the governor, made the official drink of New Orleans. This is one very historical, very potent drink that if you've not done it, you got to do it. This is your shout out to Whiskey Wednesday. I know the ice, people are going to yell at me. Consider it, folks. I'm telling you, that little bit of lemon, it's not going to really dilute it. It's going to melt with that lemon. That's a nice drink. That's what you sit down with. That's how you do your Wednesdays. So, shout out to everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for learning about the Sazerac. I hope you get to make one. That's a delicious, delicious drink. By the way, I forgot to say this. So, we used the new riff. If you want to go and you don't have Sazerac rye, you can also, they will tell you, use Buffalo Trace. Why Buffalo Trace? Buffalo Trace now owns Sazerac. They make them all together. So, enjoy. It's all Kentucky whiskey. It's good stuff. Have a great night. Thanks for being here on day 32, Wednesday. Got it this time. And hey, we'll see you tomorrow. We got a special one tomorrow, 7:30. We'll see you. Love you all. Night.